We were pretty miserable. 1994, my company was losing money. We had about 3 months before we were going to run out of money. We were miserable. I heard this phrase that my wife hates. And it goes like this. It's never so bad that it can't get worse. February 24th, 1994. My younger daughter, Anna, was diagnosed with leukemia. In December of 1994, in the middle of all this, in New Year's Eve, 1994, I said to my wife what I do every New Year's Eve. I said, Happy New Year! This is going to be the year. Anna's in remission. The company has laid off all these people. It looks like it might be profitable. And if it's profitable, the stock will go up. We'll make a lot of money. We'll be rich. And we'll be happy. And my wife said to me, will you stop that already? Every year you say, this is going to be the year. And every year we have our problems. It is what it is. I think she was given a book by a friend of hers, by Gangaji or some Hindu thing. It is what it is. And I thought, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't get it, though. I still had not gotten it. When I got it was actually in August 9th, 1995. My daughter turned 7 years old. This was Carol. She turned 7 years old, and she got a book from a friend on her birthday called Paths. It's by Mary Engelbree. And when she went to bed, as I do every night, I would read my daughter book to bed. And I read this new book she got, and it's a bunch of sayings. And I flipped open, and there's all kinds of nice little sayings, and what does it have? It feels so good to have a friend, and all these cute little things. And I came to let's blow that up. Recipe for happiness. I have a wonderful family. I have 2 wonderful kids, beautiful wife. I have the ability to make a living. I make enough to support my lifestyle. We go on vacation every once in a while, lay on a beach somewhere. We're there. What was the goal again? I got it. That was the epiphany. Right then, I got it. It was just like all of a sudden, my boss yelled at me. I smiled at him. It was just like, just be happy. It was just amazing. So I've been told I have Jedi powers. This is what you all wanted to hear about, is the Jedi powers. Jedi powers. The Jedi powers can get you what you want. I had an employee who literally went around on installations around the country, who literally never paid for a baseball game ever again. Because I taught him Jedi powers. And I don't know whether he's abusing the Jedi powers. There is the dark side. You don't want to go on the dark side. By the way, I am not a Star Wars junkie or fan. I barely even watch the movie, I do know that there is well, some of my employees deem me Jedi powers, and they told me about the scene, and I remembered it. You know, I went back and watched the movie, but there is a scene where Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker. See, I don't know stuff. But they're in enemy territory. And Obi-Wan says to the two guards, these two are okay, let them pass. And the one guard turns to the next guard and says, these two are okay, let them pass. And the two of them walk through enemy territory untouched. And that is Jedi powers. So my mission is to teach you how to be able to get people to let you walk through enemy territory. So I go to the car, and that's when I realized I don't have keys to the car. So I now backtrack, and I go, no keys here, no keys there. He looks around, I go around. I can't find keys. I looked everywhere. I cannot find the keys. I'm thinking it's on the mountain buried in snow somewhere. All I know is I got a plane to catch. So I called Southwest. And there is not another plane leaving to go to the Bay Area that night. That's the plane. I better catch that. So I say, okay, got to do it. So we broke in the car, and I got a guy to drive me to the airport. By the way, we'll get to Jedi powers in a little bit. Okay. So the guy helps me break into the car, and we load up all the stuff onto the truck, and we drive high speeds to the airport. I think that woman was okay. See, we went fast. She ran away as we flew down the road and down the freeway and onto the thing and went down, got to Salt Lake City, pulled at the airport. I jump out, go, hold that plane! I go running through, this is before 9/11, so there's little security. I just cruise through security. I get to the gate and I watch the plane pull away. Why? So, the good news is that there's a plane in a half hour that's going to go to LA, which can connect me to a flight to get back up to San Jose, and I can get home. And so with the half hour I had, I went back to the rental car desk, explained to them that the car was at the mountain, the ski mountain, up on the hill, and they explained to me that it was going to cost me thousands of dollars. And it's like, well, we discussed it, and we'll talk about Jedi powers in a minute, but $25 done, they're all okay with it. They'll pick up the car, everything's fine, I got charged $25, we're done. And then we proceeded to get on a plane with a whole bunch of Mr. Planer people, and we hung out and told stories and had a great time, told them the Recipe for Happiness story. Went on, arrived, and everything worked out. There's my lucky story. And I say that because that got added onto the Recipe for Happiness story. That's part of my lucky streak. I'm telling this to a woman on a plane, and she hears this whole story. She says, "It's your attitude. It's your attitude. I mean, you just told me a lucky story. And as far as I know, you lost your keys, you broke into the car, you had a high-speed drive to the airport, and you missed the plane. How is that lucky? It's your attitude. Attitude. Contentment. Recipe for Happiness.